Hi there, you guys. Excuse the dirty appearance, but I was planting up boxwoods. I was replacing boxwoods for the boxwood hedge and my auger died. So I thought, let's go ahead and start a video where I don't need the auger. And this one is one that I've been looking forward to for weeks. My Incrediball hydrangeas have arrived to expand the Incrediball Hydrangea Hedge. The Incrediball Hydrangea is literally my favorite thing that I've planted in this garden. I truly believe that it is the best hydrangea ever, and I'm not even lying. I truly think that it's the best hydrangea out there. It has big, beautiful mop head blooms. It does not flop in rain or hail or wind, or at least mine haven't. I think that some people's do flop, but I think that that has to do with moisture. If you don't give your hydrangeas a lot of water, they'll flop. Mine never flop though. And I have them on a drip system and they only run for 5 minutes in the morning and 5 minutes at night. And that is enough to never see them wilted. So let me show you the Incrediball hydrangeas I ordered in. I know these hydrangeas are tiny, but I get the size that I can afford. And when you're planting a hedge, it can get to be expensive very, very fast. Each of these plants were $14 each. And in 3 years, they will be absolutely full size, truly. Because the ones that I planted in the ground were actually smaller than these ones. And in 3 years, they are absolutely a glorious hedge. I'll be sure to show you guys them. Plants look nice and healthy. They all have new growth on them. Not really much damage to the leaves, so I'm really happy with them. I would tell you guys where I got them from, but I've had horrible experiences with this online store in the past, so I really don't want to promote them just because they did good one time. And here's a picture of the Incrediball hydrangea. They can do either full sun or part sun, so 6+ hours or 4 to 6 hours. They are hardy down to zone 3 and up to zone 8. They get 4 to 5 feet tall and wide. I'll say this, mine are definitely closer to the 4 feet wide mark, but it may be because they're planted as a hedge. They say space them 5 to 6 feet apart. I place them about 4 feet apart on center, and that's because I want these to touch. I want them to be a nice hedge, just like this picture, and I don't want you to be able to tell that it's multiple plants. I want it just to appear as one big Incrediball hedge. One day I'm gonna have that as the backdrop of my garden and it's gonna be magnificent. The Incrediball is an improved version of the old Anabelle Hydrangea, which used to just flop underneath these heavy blooms. And when I say it is such an impressive feat that this plant can hold up this bloom, because the blooms can be the size of like almost a soccer ball. Literally, I've seen massive blooms way bigger than my head. And they're so dense and so heavy, but this plant has such strong stems that literally it holds them up and it just looks good the entire season long. I don't even cut mine back. You could, and you probably would get a second bloom out of them, but they age so well in the garden that I just kind of leave them. I do cut them back at the end of fall though, because I don't want any breakage on my hydrangea stems, and the snow could be so dense that it could probably cause breakage. So trim them in the late fall, but keep them throughout the fall and let them dry. And this is my Incrediball hedge. Is it not so beautiful? At first, the blooms come out this pure white, like they are absolutely 100% pure white, and they just glow in the garden. As they age, they get to be a limey color, which is still so, so pretty. And finally, at the end of the season, they will brown and dry and keep this beautiful mop head form. They're absolutely stunning. And just look how prolific this shrub is. Look at all those blooms. And I love that even when you don't deadhead it, it just continues to push out new blooms. Like that's a new bloom. This right here is a brand new bloom. This one's a new bloom. That one is a new bloom. So even if you don't deadhead this, you still get tons of blooms the entire summer long. And as you can see, if we come back from it, literally not one stem has flopped. Is that not amazing? And we had 1/2 inch hail 2 weeks ago, and these blooms were out, and look at it. It just speaks for itself. It's so, so good. So I went ahead and placed the other ones. I have one right here and one right about there. Look at this beautiful spider web. I don't know if you guys can see that on camera, but it is absolutely beautiful. There's a big spider right there. Well, it's not very big, but it's a spider. And then I placed the other two right over here. So the Incrediball hedge will stop probably around this post is what I'm thinking. All this will be arborvitaes right here. And then over here, we'll have the Incrediball hedge stop right around this post, or maybe even a little bit under. This right here is a lilac that is growing from underneath the fence. It is part of this shrub right here. But I just thought it was neat that it was growing on this side, and it has the most beautiful dark purple blooms, and it smells amazing. It is dealing with a little bit of powdery mildew though, which I'll just need to treat with a little bit of insecticidal soap. But for right now, let's go ahead and get these Incrediballs in the ground. I'm so excited to expand this hedge. You have no idea. I truly feel when you have an element as glorious as that, you should just take it and run with it. So all the way down and all the way down. And I don't think I'm ever gonna regret this decision. I think that it's gonna be the one thing that's gonna be hard to move away from if I ever move away from this house. I'm not gonna wanna leave this Incrediball hedge. Another great thing about ordering them in such a small size is it is so much easier to plant a little pint than it is an entire gallon or 2 gallon or 3 gallon hydrangea. And 3 years sounds like such a long time. When I first started gardening, I was like, wait, people like plant things and wait that long for something? Like how do you get satisfaction from putting something in when you're not gonna really see it perform for 3 years? But honestly, gardening is all about giving yourself things to anticipate. It is all about the anticipation because it just gives you something to look forward to. And 3 years is not very long. I've lived in this house for 3 years, and when I say I feel like I moved in last year, I feel like I moved in last year. Time really flies the older you get. 3 years just sounds like so much time when you're young, but then, as you get older, you're like, gosh, some moments that were like 10 years ago seem like yesterday. So I'll always be a proponent of planting small shrubs. I get wanting instant impact. I really, really do. And truly, if I could afford it, I probably would have. But I just feel like there are better things to invest your money on in your garden than a fully grown out hydrangea. I just feel like even if you plant one of those pint ones, you're only having to wait 2 years. Whereas an evergreen, you're buying years and years and years of growth when you buy a mature evergreen specimen, like a nice full-size arborvitae. That arborvitae is gonna take 7 years to get to be a big size. Same with boxwoods. Boxwoods grow very slowly, so buying a big one, you're buying time. With the hydrangea, I just don't feel like there's enough time to necessarily justify it. So if you're like a new gardener, don't just get so enticed by all the big hydrangeas in the store that are like $40 or $50 a plant. Go out online and search out the hydrangea that you want and find it in the absolute smallest size that you can, because you will not regret it. So long as you give them consistent moisture, they will grow quite fast. Deadhead that ajuga while we're down here. I'm gonna have to destroy that spider's web. It's like literally right here at the planting. I'm so sorry. It's so pretty too. Ugh. I know, Mr. Spider. Here, go onto the lilac. Sorry. Sometimes I have anxiety that my camera's not recording and I just get up and I'm like, did I press record? Did I press record? I've never forgotten to press record before, but it's like one of my fears as I start doing this, because I'm doing videos every single day, well, 5 days a week, and it's a lot. So like, I don't want to lose anything, you know? I don't have time to lose anything. So one of my biggest fears is that I'm not going to turn on the camera, do an entire project, and I'll look up and it's like, not recording. I have had my camera shut out on me and not noticed it before, but that's about it. Gosh, this soil's hard. Some of the soil in my backyard is terrible, and it's just, very, very inconsistent. Like some spots, the soil is absolutely amazing. It's like butter. It's so easy to dig in. Tons of earthworms, tons of nutrients. And then some of my soil just looks like straight up clay. I do have to say, even in bad soil, everything grows. I don't have that bad of soil apparently, but bad enough to where it makes it like digging in a plate. Like it's literally like digging in something hard. And there's already a drip emitter here. I just have to pull it closer and make sure that it's on. I turned these on almost full blast because you can never give a hydrangea too much water, it seems. Or at least I've never been able to give the hydrangea too much water. It does have hydra in the word, so I think it's like, you know, it wants water. Let me go ahead and add drip to these and then we'll be done. Luckily, it's just an emitter because I have a 1/2 inch line there. I'll move that one closer with a landscape pen so that it makes sure to water the root zone. I am so happy with this. I think that over time, this is going to be literally the most beautiful hedge you have ever seen. Literally, like the most beautiful hedge. Sorry about the noise over there. The school is having yard work done, but thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below and let me know what is your favorite hydrangea, because I would love to add some other varieties. I have a few in mind, but I'm always looking for someone else's favorite, because who knows, your favorite might end up my new favorite. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys around. Bye.